Okay, today I'm going to show you how I make sure that the images I use in a foreign world aren't unreasonably big. Okay, let me walk you through the process. We're going to select all of them, drop them in here, and we click Start. Now, this would be a very boring video if I were to just end it now, and maybe some of you are confused what's happening in the background. Now, the ones that can read very fast, they see that the images on the left side are getting open and the images and then they are going to be saved as a different format on the right. And format is the keyword. On the left side we have a format. It's .png, and this format conveys every pixel of the image. It's at least it conveys every pixel of the image and it doesn't have any loss in it. So it's exactly as you would, as I rendered it out, pretty much, or I created it in GIMP. Now, WebP, the image format on the right, this is a different format. Here you have, here the image that is saved only conveys about 95% of the information of what the .png has. Now, what does it mean? It means that if we take a comparison of left side and see how big this one is, and we're going to take the same image on the right side and we're going to look at how big it is, we see that the left one is about 7 times as big as the right one. Oh no, it's almost 10. Okay. And that's pretty much that's the difference. And now if we were to open each of them, and let's open this, let's drop it right here. Okay, now we have two layers. This one is the WebP image and this one is the PNG image. And now you see there is a bit of a difference. Generally, most people, especially in this video, you probably don't see a difference, but I do. If we zoom in here to the door and we are layering the PNG image on top, we see that it's smoother. It's different somewhat. And that's the difference between WebP and PNG. Now, I think this little detail won't be noticed by pretty much all people that play my game. Now, if we zoom on to a different spot, maybe here in the back, do we see a difference? Yes, we see a bit of a difference, but it's not big enough to make a big deal out of it. So that's the reason why I think WebP is perfectly reasonable to use, especially since PNG is getting big very fast. So it, as I said, the images would be 5 to 10 times as big in size, but the images don't make up the biggest parts of my game. It also consists of videos and audio files, and for me the audio files make up a big component, so probably the image folder is about 200 to 300 megabytes, and without image compression it would be 5 to 10 times as large, so 1 to 2 gigabytes. And I think that's a significant enough difference to see over some of the imperfections that the WebP image format brings with it. Okay, now let's discard the changes and let's talk a bit about an alternative to WebP, because the alternative to WebP is JPG. .jpg. I witnessed lengthy discussions about which format is better, WebP or JPG, and I didn't come to any satisfying conclusion. The one thing that's pretty good about WebP is that it can work with transparent backgrounds. So if I open this one again in GIMP and I'm going to delete something, then I can overwrite the save. Okay, cancel. Discard changes, and now you can see that here is an empty spot. Yeah, okay, it has still a transparent background, but if I were to export it as, here I can show you JPJ, and I would say, yeah, let's use the default settings. Now here you can see it's not transparent, so JPJ can't work with transparent backgrounds, and WebP can work with transparent backgrounds, which makes it useful, and I can use it for icons, for example. That's why I'm using WebP, and because it was the first one that was introduced to me. Okay, now what do I do with WebP? Because there is one setting that's pretty important. It's the amount of quality that you want to keep when converting your image. So in this program, XNConvert, I can recommend this program. It's very easy to use. Even I can use it. You can. It's probably even available in English. So this one is all German, but doesn't matter. The important thing is here that it's quality and it's low and high. So that's the translation, and I say that I want to keep 95% of 95 quality. I don't know if percent is the right way to phrase it. So I want to keep this value at 95. People say that you can't really, the untrained eye doesn't notice a difference between 95 and 100. Now what would happen if I make this value 100? The honest answer is it means that you can't really compress the PNG image. So if I have this value at a 100, then the images here on the right would only be slightly less heavy, less big than images on the left here. So there's no need for compression. But one thing that you notice very quickly, you can even go and say 98, and it's already a big improvement in file size. Okay, now I think 95 is a bit of a sweet spot. Other developers go down to 90, but it doesn't really matter. The file size is already only 1/10 of what PNG would be, so I can live with that. And as long as my game doesn't reach the 10 gigabytes or something like that, like Being a Dick does, well, then I don't see the need to change that. Okay, in the near future I'm going to upload another video where I display different formats of how I convert my videos. Maybe it's exciting to you to see a bit of background view of how I'm working on these games. Okay, that's it from me. I hope you had a good start into the new year. I had. And I'm going to release a game pretty soon. It's a Familiar World. A Familiar World will release on the 9th of January. And I'm pretty sure I won't postpone that one. The other game that I'm going to release is Foreign World. And this one will release in February. You can both find them on Steam. Okay. Have a great one. Goodbye.